In this iMovie tutorial, we're going to look at the speed editor. How do you speed up your footage, put in some instant replays, rewind and slow down the action? So this is a clip of somebody who's going to be jumping out of a plane and doing some skydiving. Now there are two ways that you can adjust the speed in your movie. Up in the toolbar, select the clip first. Up in the toolbar is the speed. And you can change it to normal, to slow, to fast. So if I want to make this faster, it's going to go twice as fast. So when I play it, it goes twice as fast. You can make it go 4 times as fast. And as we change this, notice that the clip gets shorter and you've got the rabbit. It's going to go faster. So it's faster. And go up to 20 times. So 20 times would be good if you wanted to have something like a time lapse. So if you had a 5-minute clip and you increase the speed by 20 times, it's going to look like a time lapse. This clip's a little bit short for that because when we play it, it's sort of done because it's not short. It's not long enough for 20 times. Now you can click that and adjust the speed. So when I double click it, it brings up the editing toolbar again. So I can't adjust anything from the actual clip, but I can go back up here and go back to normal speed. Or I can slow it down. And again, you can slow it down by 25%. Or 10%. 50%. And again, to go back to normal speed, click the clip and normal speed. To remove completely any speed changes, you need to turn this off. So the command for that is Option-Shift-R, which will remove any of the speed. You can also get to all of these through the Modify menu. So you've got your slow motion, fast forward, instant replay, rewind, and this is where you reset the speed as well. So you can do this in 2 ways. You can set the speed by just using the toolbar. It gives you a range of ways that you can do it, or you can just go back up and do it from here. So let's take a closer look. So in this clip, if I wanted to speed up the whole clip, I can go up to the Modify, fast forward, and do it from there. And we've just sort of seen the effects of how that works. Then undo it, so Shift-Option-R to remove all of that. So we've looked at already how you can increase the speed and how you can do slow motion. So let's look at the ones that are left, instant replay and rewind. So if I wanted to do an instant replay, I have in this clip, I'd like to do an instant replay of when the girl jumps out of the plane. Just that instant. So everything up to here is just action in the plane. And you could speed that up. And then when she's about to jump, this is when the action replay might be useful. Now I can't do it all in this one single clip because there's 2 things I want to do. Speed up the first part of the clip and give an instant replay to this part of the clip. Then normal speed on this part of the clip. So either I create those separate clips from the start by rating them in the events, or now I've got them as one clip, I can split the clip where I'd like the speed changes to take effect. So in this part here, this is where she starts to jump. Here, this part. So at that point, I'm going to click and put in a marker. And you can do that by tapping the M, which puts a marker in. What a marker does is create points where the playback head and other elements snap. And so you need to make sure you've got snapping on. So in the View menu, make sure that snapping's on. Because if I wanted to click, the playhead snaps to that point. Now you might use markers like adding things to your movie at a later date, lining up overlays or titles. You can also add them while the video is playing. Now what I'm going to use them for is to find the places where I want the clip to split. So as I play it, and I only want a little bit, then I'm going to stop there because that's where I want the marker to end. Let's go back. So this is the part here. Probably want to move it a bit actually because it's not quite where I want it to go. That section here, between the two markers, I'd like to split that. So when I click and then right click and split the clip and click on the other marker, it'll snap straight to it. Right click, split the clip. And here's this clip here is where I'd like to put in a instant replay. First of all, on this clip, I'm going to make this go faster because it's 9 seconds and it's a bit long. So we're going to make that one faster by going up to modify, fast forward, maybe 4 times. So when we look at that, probably a bit too fast, I think. So I can click on the clip, go back up here, and twice as fast. So it's a bit faster, but it's not too fast. Now in this one here, I'd like to put an instant replay. So I'm going to select the clip, go up to modify, instant replay, and you've got 4 choices. If I say 100%, then it's going to replay that whole clip at the same speed. If I change 50%, then it will replay that whole clip at half the speed. So you can see a more slow instant replay. So let's pick 50, and you can see the instant replay here. So when we play it, it gives the falling out of the plane, and then it does instant replay. And it's probably a little bit fast, I think. So I'm going to just reverse that, Shift Option R, and put it in a bit slower. So modify, instant replay at 25%. So it gets much slower. You can see the turtle there. Let's play. Fall out the plane, instant replay, much slower. So that sort of seems a better speed. You can also add one of these clips as a picture-in-picture and adjust the speed. So in this one, when the girl is just free falling, we can put something on top of that in the corner, slow motion, so you can see another view. Select this clip, drag this one on the top, turn the sound down, select where you want it to go, and I can put it straight there. You notice how it snaps to that marker. Or I could have scrubbed through this and decided where I want it to go and put the marker there. So if I wanted the picture-in-picture to commence here, I can put the marker here, then when I click it, it'll snap to it. To delete a marker, you can right-click it and cut it, or you could go up into the mark and you've got the keyboard commands there. So I'm going to put it up towards the top of the clip and make it picture-in-picture. Move it to the left of the screen, just make it a little bit bigger, put in a shadow, dissolve, and then let's adjust the speed. I'll go up to the speed and slow it down to about 25%. Let's play. And it probably should be a little bit faster, I'd say, maybe 50%. And because it's a bit long, it might make this part a bit longer, just to try and match that. Just by dragging it. So you've got something to look at in slow motion up there. You could do it normal speed. And then if you've adjusted it too much, you can come back and trim that. Now sometimes when you speed up the action, then the sound will also speed up. Let's just look at this clip. It's got some sound on it. So if I was to speed this up, so let's select it, modify, fast forward it. 4 times, you can't hear the speaking, can't hear the voice. So what you can do, select the clip, go up to the speed editor, fast forward it 4 times and preserve pitch. Let's listen again. So the voices are somewhat better than what it was like before you preserved the pitch. Now the other 2 things that you can do is rewind a clip and reverse a clip. So I've got a clip in here and just want to reverse this little section here. So select the clip and modify, rewind, and I'll select 4 times. Now it gives you 2 markers here, this one and this one. You can drag it to change the frame at the speed boundary. And in this one, drag it the other way. And it's going to go fast. We've got the hair. So if we look at it, once it gets to those frames, it will rewind just for that section and then continue on its normal route. Now you have to have a little bit of a fiddle with it so you get it the way you want it. Let's modify, reset the speed. And the other thing you can do is reverse. To reverse a video, select the clip, then the toolbar, and reverse. Let's do it at normal speed. You can see the arrow is pointing the other way now. So that clip will play backwards. Now the way you can tell that it was reversed is that the last thing here is the plane flying overhead. Now when I turn off reverse and we go back to the beginning, here's the beginning of the clip. There's the plane. So you can tell that it was reversed. So in some instances you might have a clip which would require you to reverse it. And sometimes you might want to rewind just a little bit of the action. So in this tutorial, we took a look at the speed editor, and there are a number of things you can do to adjust your speed. Slow motion, fast forward, rewind, instant replay, plus reverse. So that's all for this tutorial.